We did it!
Yeah. I'm happy and empty at the same time.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So we just started a long adventure paddling with our canoe from Trollhättan to Småland in Sweden. Right now we're in Vänern to get some things in the shop. I'm waiting here with the canoe. But yeah, it's a real adventure. We already had lots of rain. I needed to get a new raincoat. We had lots of wind too. We ended up in 3 different dead ends, and then we managed to find a place where we could lift the canoe over and continue. So it's a great start as always, but we are psyched. How's it going?
It's 70% fantastic, 30% scary.
So it's been a really long day and we just found this amazing campsite. It is like the place to be right now. We continued this first part of our journey, which was paddling in Vänern. Vänern is Sweden's biggest lake and not especially designed for canoes. It is like paddling in the ocean, where just the slightest wind makes big waves. Good morning! Today it's really fucking windy, so we're gonna see if we can paddle the canoe before we pack it with all our stuff, because we don't want to fall in the water with everything we brought. You want to abort mission?
Yes. So what's happening, Emma? We leaving?
We are leaving!
Why?
The weather's getting better.
Wasn't there like almost half a storm?
Yes, but it's gone.
So we packed up the whole camp,
put out the fire. Getting out of here.
So finally, this is what we've been waiting for the entire day.
The entire day. Look at that sun. Look at those almost non-existent waves.
And almost no clouds. It's crazy how this can be the same day.
Yeah. Became super windy. Oh, no! Jesus. Super windy out of nowhere. And we had to like go paddle as hard as we could for an hour and a half. And we've been dealing like with this. Oh. I have to hold the boat, otherwise it's gonna crash against the rocks. And we don't want to do that to our lovely Woohoo! Jesus! How the fuck did we paddle in this?
I don't know.
Like, it was legit sketchy. How's it going?
Yeah, sketchy.
You look kind of funny.
So now what remains is lifting this boat and then carrying it to the other side of this piece of land here. Let's see how that goes. Wish us luck. I think we need it.
And this is the other side. Yo.
Good morning. So yesterday we went on till like 12 at night, and then we haven't seen a single beach on this trip yet. And all of a sudden, when we come in the dark in here, we're like, is that a big rock or is it a beach? And it appeared it was a beach. It's an amazing random beach that came when we needed it the most. From south to north, Vänern is 150 kilometers long and has the average depth of 27 meters. If you asked me, it would be more like 1 meter. We experienced lots of rocks in the most absurd spots. Even when the paddling distance to shore were 2 hours, you could still all of a sudden hear the sound of a rock scratching the keel of our deer skidding. So yesterday we had a really tough day. Yeah, we kind of blew into a random man's garden. We were allowed to sleep there, so we camped in his, or kind of at his beach. And then today we're blessed with a really nice day with almost no wind and the sun shining. So we're pretty happy. Paddling in Vänern was very demanding. You always need to be ready for rocks and waves, which also makes it scary. It was a challenge, to say the least. Woo! Where are we now?
This is Göta Kanal, supposedly.
Which means we're done with?
Which means Vänern is a place of evil and terrible suffering. But we're done.
Whee!
We will not see another wave for at least 2 to 4 days.
Yeah. So we're ready for our first portage in Göta Kanal. Can we do 2.7 kilometers like this?
Spontaneously, hell no.
Yeah, we'll see. Göta Kanal is a 190 kilometer long canal starting in Sjötorp and goes all the way to the Baltic Sea. It took 22 years and the power of 58,000 men to complete. The highest point is 91 meters above sea level, so for it not to be a whitewater river, it was given 58 gates, of which we are not allowed in, so we are rolling past the ones we pass. For us, it was a relief to be out of the reach of the waves for a while, even though Göta Kanal has its own challenges for two paddlers. Alongside follows an avenue and wide farmland. It's a beautiful sight, but not optimal for camping.
Should we go paddling?
No.
This is great paddling weather. It's fine. It's not too bad. No, this is fine.
So this is no good paddling weather. We just tried and it was fucking scary and sketchy again. Like we don't learn from our mistakes. Great. I think it's like 12 meters per second wind today. So yeah. We're probably gonna stay here because this is like, it's not even fun.
Yesterday we reached Vättern, which is the second biggest lake in Sweden. I think you could say this is halfway through the trip. We're going across the water to the other side, so we're gonna have breakfast now and then head out.
Who is this Skiddy we talk about, you might wonder. Maybe you figured out it is the name of our canoe, or skidbladnir to be specific, which is written in runes on the side of our boat. Skidbladnir is the ship of Frey in the Norse mythology. It is said to receive fair wind whenever its sails was set, and that it will go wherever it needs to. Skidbladnir may also be folded up like a cloth and placed in one's pocket. Since our canoe has the look of a little ship, and because we wished for fortunate weather, we thought it was the perfect name. Skidbladnir, Skiddy.
So we've been paddling for 20 days now, which is the longest I've ever been out in a row.
It's the longest for me too! Woohoo!
So we did 19 days before, but we are, I wouldn't say far from done, but we're doing the last part of Göta Kanal now, and then we're gonna paddle a little river called Svartån, and then some few more lakes, and then we're gonna arrive at my summer house and our destination. But that's, I think, at least a week, maybe even more. Depends, there's still many unanswered questions about Svartån, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, day 20, longest outing for both of us. Phew.
So we were supposed to paddle out here, but we thought it looked a little bit too windy, too wavy, because now with some experience we know that it's not fun to paddle in all weathers. So that's why we're walking instead. Okay, first paddles in Svartån. And we go in this direction.
And that is my dick.
So today we woke up in someone's garden. Why?
Because the first part of Svartån was a terrible mistake. It was rocky and fully overgrown, and occasionally this deep, and all of those things combined for a significant amount of time. So we washed up here, and the family was lovely and told us we could stay here. So we did, because the sun was going down and we had no options actually.
Okay, so the canoe just came from there, pretty tight, and now we're here. Don't really know how we will sort this situation out, but I guess somehow.
So today we went shopping in Mjölby, but before that we had to do a little portage and carry our canoe for a while, as we always do. But today was different. Tell us why.
When we had lifted the canoe up from the water, we usually take all the stuff from the canoe, we put it on the ground, and then we lift the canoe up and we put the wheels on, and then we put all the stuff back into the canoe. And I'm usually very careful with my GoPro because I don't want us to step on it, because all our stuff is in a pile. So I usually put it aside. So I put it on a little log and I forgot it there. When I realized, so I left it there on the log, and then we carried the canoe to a place where Cornelius could wait for me while I went shopping. And then when I came back, I got a new memory card for GoPro. So I was supposed to put it in, and I realized GoPro wasn't there. So I ran back to where I thought I left it, and it wasn't there. And I also left my sunglasses, and they weren't there either. I was really angry with myself, like really, really angry. You don't leave your fucking GoPro with all the footage on. And yeah.
Yes, so we had a moment of panic, you could say. But then what happened?
More than a moment.
Yeah, a couple of hours.
Couple of hours.
And then?
And then I posted in a Facebook group the entire thing, what had happened, and if someone seen anything or heard anything. And then there was one guy posting that a guy had found the GoPro and posted that in another Facebook group, so there was a screenshot of it, and now I'm super happy. The next morning I met the guy who found the camera, and I got it back so we could continue to document our adventure. We had been looking forward to Svartån, to some calm waters and some really nice paddling times. But it appeared it was everything except for that. Although it got better the further we got. This night we knew there was thunderstorms rolling in, so we wanted to make a reliable camp as early as possible. And thunderstorms we got. I experienced the craziest lightning I've ever seen, followed by the sound of the entire sky falling apart. We got heavy rain pouring down like it was a waterfall, and winds almost tearing our camp apart. Luckily it eased, and we could get a few hours of sleep. Now we only had a few kilometers left of paddling in Svartån and a 7-kilometer portage to the next leg of the adventure, Sommen.
Good night.
Good night.
You look rather upset. What happened?
Because all the water got on my sleeping bag.
But how? We have the roof here.
Jack's one line snapped, and then my sleeping bag was open, and then it got wet both inside and outside.
Oh my. Is that why you look like you're a little bit upset?
Yeah, I'm not a little upset, I'm very upset actually.
So now it's all wet and cold in there.
I got all my wool clothes on.
It's raining and it's super early.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 o'clock, even though it's really light. It's early and we haven't slept much because we got eaten by those fucking flies, and then it started to be windy, and then it started to rain, and then the line snapped, and then I got wet.
Oh no.
Is there water on it?
No, it's fine.
I don't want to get it again.
Okay, so should we try and sleep again? Good night.
Good night. In 1.5 days, we finished Sommen. Now our last remaining challenge was Bulsjöån. This section should start with small reed passages between tiny lakes, which then should take us to the tiniest river of all. I'm saying should because this is not what it was. The reeds were overgrown and the river not paddleable, and we ended up walking instead. Okay, so this is really weird, but look what I just found. It's July, and there's already chanterelles. We had a 13-kilometer portage ahead of us, with one of the wheels hanging by one thread. When 5 kilometers remained, it broke. Luckily, we found Micke with the biggest of hearts and a trailer who could give the 3 of us a ride to the last lake, the home lake, Västra Lägern.
This is the lake, the final lake. We're at the southernmost point now, and at the northernmost point is our final destination. Let's do this!
We had been away for 31 days. When we woke up this morning, we knew this was the day the adventure will be finished. This was a dream come true. A 577 kilometer long dream, which took 31 days to complete. It was with mixed feelings of happiness and emptiness we arrived at our destination. We're here.
It's unbelievable.
We did it.
Yeah, I'm happy and empty at the same time.
Yeah. Because the destination itself was not the goal. It was but a reason for adventure. The goal itself was the journey.